Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is a question I found on leetcode about linked list. I want to share this my answer with you. Um, the question says you have two linked lists, and it's required to return the intersect node for these two linked lists. For example, you have linked list A, which has these nodes A1, A2, C1, C2, C3, and B, B1, B2, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. You have to write a code to return the intersect node, which is C1, and if there is no intersect, you have to return null. The simple way to achieve this is to create a hash map and to put all hash map array list or any array to put all the nodes of list of head B into this node. For example, I created a set and I named it visited, and then I started to loop over head B, which is the second list, and to populate or to put all nodes in the list that I have created before. After this, I will loop over the first node, and I will check first if the node that I have already in my loop exists in the list. Then will be the intercept, and I have to intersect, and I have to return it. Else, it will return null. If we come to the analysis for this code, as for time analysis, you have two loops here. The first loop is for linked list A, and the second for linked list B. So in the first loop, it will be O of linked list A. I will name it N, and the second one is O of linked list 2. It will name it M, and so it will be big O of M plus N. But in space complexity, we have space here because we have created a hash set or a hash set. This should be O of M. But the trick here is what if this question has more have another phrase, which is without using extra space. If it is required from you to not use more extra space, so this solution will not fit. So I'll come to my solution. This is my solution. Let's discuss it. You are going to play with the pointers here. So this is the first linked list, which head A, and the second is head B. I will create a pointer and initialize it I will create two pointers, pointer for head A and pointer for head B. The default value for head A would be pointer 1 will be head A, and the default value for P2 will be head B. And I will start looping as well as long as P1 not equal P2 or P1 not equal P2. I will start moving pointers. So I will check first while P1 not equal P2, then move to the next. So P1 not equal P2, so I'll move it to next, and P2 will be moved to the next. Then I will check again if P1 equal P2, or while P1 not equal P2, move to next, P1 equal P2, no, move to next, while P1 not equal P2, next, P1 dot next, and P2 dot next, while P1 not equal P2, move next, P1 dot next, which will be null, and P2 dot next, which will be C3. In this case, I have to put another condition. If P1 is null or P2 is null, P1 is null, yes it is, you have to switch, you have to replace the pointer. You have to put P1 equal head B, then P1 will be equal head B, and move P2, okay? Okay, if P1, while P1 not equal P2, they are not equal, move P1 and then check if P2 is null. You have to set P2 to head A. In this way, I replaced the position or replaced the places for P1 and P2. P2 now represent head A and P1 represent head B. And you're gonna notice that P1 and P2 start at the same position. So if while P2 not equal P1, move next, move next. P2 not equal P1, yes, move next, move next. While P2 not equal P1, no, they are equal. So return P1 or P2, this will be the same.